Hey everyone, this is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row. Thanks so much for listening to the following broadcast, courtesy of Public House Media.
This is Jenna Burt, host of the Confessions of a Military Spouse podcast here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Confessions of a Military Spouse, where we dig deep and talk about the unspoken hard truths of what it's really like to be a military spouse. A new show comes out bi-weekly. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Confessions of a Military Spouse. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Welcome to Choose to Rise, where today we're going to be talking about 6 ways to meal plan, how to save yourself some time, how to save yourself some money, and definitely how to save yourself some calories. Welcome to Choose to Rise. My name is Kim Meyer. Welcome to Public House Media. I'm so glad that you're here with us today. And if you want to connect with me more, if you want to learn more about what I do, why I'm here, and what it is that makes me who I am, head over to choosetoriseup.com. I would love to connect with you there. I would love to learn about my listeners and find you on Facebook as well. You can head over to Choose to Rise Up on Facebook and hit follow, hit like, tell all your friends about it. I love to add value to people and just encourage people to live well and live happy and, live in good faith. So today we're going to be talking about a little bit different topic than we normally have here on Choose to Rise. Today we're going to be talking about 6 meal planning hacks that will save you time and save you money. If you know me, if you've been following my journey, you've been following Choose to Rise Up, if you've been following on Facebook or on the website, you know that I love living a healthy living journey. You know that it's about living well in all areas of your life, your nutrition, your fitness, your mindset, your faith, everything of the sort. And today I want to bring to you a new kind of topic that we've not really talked about a lot here, but 6 ways that you can save time and money and calories on your nutrition and how you can just really kind of clean things up a little bit. So the first thing I have for you is have a themed meal night. So many times, like when we are planning out our meals or we're trying to figure out what we're going to have for the week, especially when life is super busy, it gets a little complicated or overwhelming to figure out what it is that we're going to have to eat that night. So when you start thinking about just making it as simple as possible, start trying to come up with ideas that are kind of a theme. So like it might be Meatless Monday, or you're all veggies all the time. It might be Taco Tuesday, or really anything Mexican that can be added to the meal at night. Maybe Wednesdays and Thursdays are crock pot meals. Maybe Fridays are leftovers. Maybe you really are thinking about breakfast for dinner or seafood or whatever, pastas, whatever it is that your family loves, put it in a rotation or come up with a themed night for that night. One other thing that I really like to do is I have a meal planning document, and if you would like access to it, something I created that I love to give to other people, if you want to have access to that, head over to my website, fill out the contact information, and just in the line you can put meal guide or meal planning document, and I will happily send that off to you so that you can get access to it as well. But it really goes to say, like, looking at my schedule and looking at what is coming up for the week and really figuring out what it is that I need to have in my house, whatever it is that we're going to be kind of working around our family schedules. And that's tip number 2, is schedule it. Making a weekly schedule or even a monthly schedule, depending on where you live and how your world works. If you're organized and you have enough things figured out in your plan, you're definitely going to be able to save time, energy, money, and everything of the sort by figuring out exactly what you need. So the meal planning document that I just talked about too really start with dinners first. Plan your dinners, because dinner, as in supper or whatever the word you call it, the evening meal, usually involves your family, involves other people other than yourself. So if you can plan out dinners first, based around your schedule, maybe on Monday at our household, Monday nights, my husband's gone for volleyball. Wednesday nights he's at pickleball. Tuesday nights we have baseball practice. We have dance practice on Wednesdays. There's just certain nights that don't really lend themselves to a large family meal. So we don't plan on a large family meal that night. We don't really plan on having, those are usually our leftover nights or nights that we're kind of fending for ourselves in a little bit of ways. So really kind of thinking through I don't need to have 7 dinners planned. I need to have 3, or I need to have 5, or whatever it is your schedule is going to look like that week. And it varies. So starting with dinners is really a great topic to start with. Then go to your lunches, go to your breakfast, go to the snacks that you want to have on hand. Figure out what it is that you're going to be eating for the week for yourself and for your family, and then plan your shopping list accordingly. So if you can, by any ways, make sure that you are leaving room for leftovers. That's tip number 3, is when you schedule out your food, when you schedule out what you need to have, look what's in your, look what's already in your pantry. That's another tip that we have. Take inventory. Take inventory of your fridge. Take inventory of your pantry. Take inventory of your freezer, and figure out what is it that you already have on hand that you don't necessarily have to go buy more of. I am ridiculously crazy in buying certain items sometimes. Like one time we ended up with like 4 bottles of ketchup in our fridge. 1, because I never took it off my list, even though I would buy it. And 2, my husband thought, hey, we're out of this too. And so we just, you have to check your stuff before you make sure you get going on things. So don't overschedule it. Leave room for leftovers. Take inventory. What is it that you have in your house already that you can use to make meals with, that you can make sure that you have available to when you're wanting to make something on a spur of the moment, and really just making sure what you have in your house to use up the food that you already have already. The next one is stay flexible. Be willing to switch things up. If, dinner plans don't work out one night, it's okay to have it the next night instead. Or, we've done it before where we get meat out to cook that night, and maybe it starts raining and we're not able to grill the way we wanted to. It's okay to do that. It's okay to mix it up. One thing that we did before we had children was that we would schedule out our entire month of what we were going to have for meals. And that week I would have those things available in our house. So we lived not in a town where we had a grocery store. And so I really had a lot of things in my freezer. I had a lot of things in my fridge. I would kind of really stockpile a lot of food for the month. But again, it was just the 2 of us, so it wasn't that much food. But we would really plan out for the entire month. And then if we'd come home from basketball practice, or we would come home from school, both of us being teachers at the time, we would really look at the menu and say, I really don't feel like this tonight, but that looks good. And because I'd planned ahead, and because I'd had everything in the house that we needed for that, it was easy to swap things in the schedule and make sure we still were able to have the food that we needed, the food that we wanted, and, have a little flexibility with it. Another tip that I have for you is to let the sales direct your menu. So we all get those flyers in the mail of our local grocery store that have, certain things on sale. So the last couple weeks here at our local Fairway, they've had some Hawaiian ham patties on sale that are absolutely delicious. They are homemade in the store and super good. And they were really cheap. They were like less than $1 a patty. And so I stocked up on those for my own lunch menus throughout the week. And then I also put some in our freezer so that I'll have them at a later date as well. So let your sales direct your menu. Look to see what is on sale, what's fresh, what's available in the season. And if you can't find very fresh foods, then head to the freezer section and find foods that are going to be there. But, if you're on a tight budget, or if you're looking for things that are definitely going to be something that might be more expensive later down the road, stockpile up on it if you can. Put it in the freezer, and also let it direct your menu for what time that you have there. And the last one I have for you is stay consistent. If you get out of the habit of meal planning, it's kind of hard to get back into it, but you always have the choice. So once you get in a rut of something that you figured out what you've had for dinner, maybe the same week over and over again, flip through a recipe book, find something new, ask your friends, what are they eating on tonight, or what kind of meal plan are they working through? And then always just avoid the convenience store. Always try to avoid the takeout line, making sure that you can save time, save money, and really get through the week with healthy, well-prepared, and satisfying meals that are going to help you be your absolute best. So that's what I got for you. Make sure you schedule it. Maybe pick a theme and then go with that. Have a backup plan. Maybe you have something that, let me talk about this one. Have a backup plan on things that you can have available to you, whether, it's a frozen pizza, which I highly advise against, so full of things that are bad for you, but have freezer meals. So one thing that we did that was a huge advantage when we had all these snow days, that we went to the grocery store, got a bunch of food, and just made up a bunch of meals that we have in the freezer. So if there is a night where it just isn't going to work to have XYZ, or the schedule is completely thrown off, or maybe we didn't have time to meal plan and grocery shop because of the weekend activities, we have meals in our freezer that we can pull out and use at any single time. So I hope that helps you today. Have a backup plan, stay flexible, flexible, take inventory, let sales direct your menu, and stay consistent. Because when you can create healthy habits like this in your family and in your household, not only are you benefiting in the now with having a healthier meal plan that's going to help you be fueled well and have a good time, but also it's going to save you some time, it's going to save you money, and it's going to teach your kids how to take care of themselves as well. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you like this show, if you want to hear more about it, I hope that you head over to Choose Rise Up on Apple Podcasts or Podbean or wherever it is that you get your podcast, and that you leave a rating and review. It helps me find my listeners. It helps me be encouraged on what it is that you love. And you get to hear more of what those kinds of things. So thanks so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.